All right, so I got about 5 seconds of silence. It's running. It's up. Okay, is your video up?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so we'll go 3, 2, 1, click. Ready? 3, 2, 1,
2, 1,
click.
click.
All right, so we've got your cube up, your cycles render, and today we're doing intro to basically sculpting. Yeah.
Yes.
So you got your sculpting tool, Dino Topo. Why don't you
That
explain
is
what Dino Topo is?
that is dynamic topology, and dynamic topology allows your tools to create faces where you use them.
Yeah. And
So, yeah,
sorry to interrupt, but you're doing the very important thing, saving.
yes, saving. Yes, making
Create the
sure that it
file
is
before
saved.
you start. If you're new to Blender, create the file before you start. All right, so now you're back to
Always.
dynamic topology and you're reducing the number.
Reducing the number increases the amount of faces that are made when you use your tools.
Which in a weird way doesn't make sense, but
Yeah.
all right. And if you're brand new, if you look towards the top, you'll notice how the vertice count went from like 8 to 14,000.
In no
And
time at
just
all.
look how that just jumps up, 17,000 vertices.
It's going to jump up again when the
Oh
mouse
yeah, I
lets
think
go.
it got
Yep,
up to almost like
19,
90,000, I think. I think I saw that.
90, 19. Now at
No, we're
22.
already at 22. Oh no, I'm talking later. I was watching the vertice
Oh.
count. It was absolutely insane.
Hmm.
All right, so you're adding the strips, and this is okay, and you're rotating around because your view is important, or the angle
Yes.
you're looking at the object is important.
Yes, it is very important, and believe it or not, it helps with a lot of the, oh, how to say it, the shape of how you're applying your tool.
Yeah. All right, now we get to crease. So you're changing the strength.
Actually, just the size.
Oh, the size. So that was okay. That's size. I don't have my. I'm not going to wear my glasses for this. Give me a break.
And
Yeah.
matte
Okay,
cap,
matte cap. Yeah, what is that? That's just so you can see it better, isn't it?
in a way, and it's to help put me in the feel that, hey, I'm working with some kind of clay here, so it makes things.
Okay.
Sure.
So maybe if somebody's used to working with a certain material, that might help them see it differently.
It's almost like having the real-time rendering, but it's just a simple color.
Well, anyway, I think it helps because you can see the shadow and the shape a little bit better.
Yeah, it's
Instead
not
of
that
gray on
dull
gray and
gray.
gray and gray and gray on gray.
Just hurts your eyes.
Yeah, when you originally started doing this, I didn't know if you were trying to make a brain, some type of beehive, but then later on it almost looked like the face hugger from Alien.
I was actually sort of going for, at this point, like two hands that were wrapping around an invisible object.
Yeah, yeah, I
Hands
can
with a
almost see
lot
that.
of.
318. Okay, so we're just doing the crease. I'm going to go ahead and jump to 523.
523. Okay, I'm there.
Give me a second, 523, and play now. Because now you're doing masking.
Yes, the masking.
Why don't you talk us through
Masking is
masking?
Okay, so masking is where you color in a specific area, and as long as that area is pitch black, as you can see, it will be unaffected by any tool, unless you switch it to subtract, which will remove the blackened area, allowing you to use tools in that spot again.
Ah, it looks like that might be really problematic if you have a lot of tough creases and you don't want to touch it.
Yeah, because then you'll have to go into every crease that you don't want affected and make sure that everything's just perfect.
Okay, so for people who are thinking, oh, this will be easy, well, you might want to look at your sculpture before you go grab the mask and, oh, I'll just do this. Yeah, just.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you have like spikes sticking out and you use the mask tool on that spike, but you're facing the sculpture sideways,
Uh-huh.
then everything past that spike won't have the mask applied to it. You'll see this huge strip and it hasn't been masked.
Okay, so this is like a good spray painting job then.
Yeah, it's camera dependent.
Camera dependent. That's a good way to
You
put
could
it.
say
It's
that.
camera dependent.
Yeah,
Or, not so much camera, but your view
that works.
justified. All right, so if you do that, that way you can just blanket, erase or smooth out, and you don't have to fear.
Yeah, because it'll be left alone and I can do whatever I want to everything
Yeah.
else.
And we're looking up. We're at a good. Oh, we're finally down to 89,000 vertices.
Yeah.
And if you're brand new to Blender and you don't have a rendering machine, you will understand what 89,000 vertices will do.
And what it feels like.
Yeah, when you're trying to do something and it just doesn't move.
Yeah,
Ah.
that's a lot of that.
So right about here, I don't know where it is
Yes,
that
now
you're
I'm
going.
starting.
Yeah. Okay, so now
Remove
you're
the
removing the
mask.
mask. Okay.
Yeah, it's very
Oh,
easy to do.
it's a lot easier to remove the mask.
Yes. Because you just slather the whole area and go, oh, hey, look at that.
Ah,
And this is the snake hook tool, which is very fun to use.
yeah. I never do. I don't do well with that. Maybe it's my camera angle.
The snake hook tool is very reliant on what you're looking at in which angle, because that's how it will make the line or whatever that you're pulling parallel to.
Oh, so it's going to run
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That might help me
So
out
let's say
understanding.
you're facing your sculptures completely horizontal, and everything you'll pull out will be in that same horizontal angle. But if you angle it upwards just a little bit, everything else will be just like that too.
See, now we're getting to almost a creature. Something like little
Yeah.
tentacles or whatever the case may be. All right, so we're getting to wrap up here. So for a brand new person doing Blender and they want to try some more of the sculpting side of Blender, let's see, save often.
Save often, yes.
Start off with a saved file so you can just Control S. Every now and then you'll see a Control S by you. Dynamic
Yeah, and
topology.
and you,
What
if you
else?
suspect that you've done something really big that, oh, I'm not going to really remember how to do that move again, save.
Yeah.
And if it's just something like minor smoothing, then you don't have to worry too much about saving that little chunk.
Yeah. All right, so next time maybe we'll get you rigging this or doing something with this because we're getting
Yes,
to wrap up
definitely
on
rigging.
everything. Save, yes.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
starting to
so
lag.
I'm going to use my screen. So I got your matte cap, so it's just easier to see what you're working on. You've got Jessica sharpening a pencil as I'm trying to speak. You've got
I know, right?
your clay strips to add what you need to add to give you something to work on. Your dynamic topology adds faces as you're doing things. And masking is to prevent you from just basically moving something that maybe you worked really hard on and you don't want to accidentally, smooth it out or something.
Yeah, like not accidentally use the pull tool on it
Yeah.
and mess it all up.
You did
You
a whole
go,
bunch of work and you
no!
grabbed the snake hook and you ripped it all apart. No.
Yeah,
Okay. And that might help with, like you said before, if you're looking from one side and you're grabbing and moving things, if it's painted on the other side, at least you can have rest assured it's not going to screw up on the other side because you told it to.
yes.
Yeah. Out of curiosity in sculpting, is sculpting, right? So there's no like wireframe mode or anything like that?
Sculpting is sculpting. You
Okay.
can switch to wireframe while you're sculpting, but it just feels so weird because you're staring at a whole bunch of lines
Yeah,
You
I was
can't
just kind
tell
of
any real
curious in
shapes
case you wanted to
because
sculpt around something, or I was just wondering. I don't do a lot of sculpting, so all
well,
right.
that's
I hope.
possible to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any last bits of advice for a brand new person regarding Blender?
Uh, hmm. Advice? No, but I
Okay.
can say be ready for the next episode because there will be rigging and weight painting.
How fun. All right. Well, until
How
then,
fun.
this is the Ginn team signing off.